Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Chop Talk. I am your host. I am your co-host, Andre C. Not coast. Why am I coast? I am Andre C. Right over here. It's the workout princess herself. It's Melball. How you doing, Melball?
I am doing great, Andre. I had a good leg day today. It was fun. I tried some new stuff on some machines. It'll feel better later, I'm sure. But right now, my booty has been scootied and it is not happy about it. How are you doing, my friend?
I'm doing good. I got another day in at work today. Went and saw a buddy of mine after work and had a good supper. And now I'm here to hang out with you and talk some professional wrestling.
Yay! Wrestling! It's a fun one,
Wrestling.
too.
It's
It's a
what it's
very
what
fun one.
engulfs our lives now. Wrestling just engulfs our lives.
I feel like I got Koji hair all over my face or something, tickling my nose. Ay, ay, ay. What a day. What a day.
Snorting that koji, eh?
Snorting that bread.
Snorting that bread club. Well,
Oh,
we're here to
dear.
talk some RCW Deadly Games from June 1st.
Mhm.
Oh, June 1st. That was
Mhm.
Melball Day.
It was Melball Day. It was a
Yep.
fun day, too. We went to Taco Bell, had some tacos before we went to wrestling. I had so much food.
Mm-hmm.
I was I was almost uncomfortably full for the first couple of matches. We had signs for us. We had some fun matches. Man, it was just an all-around good day.
Oh, it was.
Good times.
Well,
We
Melball Day
ended
was
up under
good.
my bed at one point. Well, Kat and I ended up under the bed.
Yeah, and then we had a big ass ice cream cake where we ate like 2/3 of it that night between four of us.
We ate the rest of it for breakfast the next day.
Nice. I took off in the middle of the night because I need to go home and sleep.
That's fair. That's
Yeah,
fair.
yeah. And I'm kind of glad I left because I ended up getting up in the morning and jumping on stream with Bobby, and it was made for a good post Melball Day MLW
Mm,
watch along. So
yeah, yeah. I hear Suzuki was there. That would have been quite a sight. And Big
hmm
T's.
and he's Contra affiliated too.
I don't know what that means, but good job.
It's a group from MLW.
Okay. Who's affiliated? We were talking about a number of people there.
Oh, Minoru Suzuki. He's not part of Contra. This evil
Okay.
group. It's an evil
Oh,
group, so it makes sense for him.
that's fair. That's fair. He is the boogeyman.
You know it. You know it. But we're not here to talk MLW. We're here to talk some RCW. Before we do that, I want to thank each and every one of you. Want to thank our friends over at Sunday Night's Main Event who simulcast all of our Japanese wrestling content. Go to sundaynightsmainevent.com to get all of the content from them, or to choptees.com if you want to support them and pick up their merch over at choptees.com. But I want to thank everybody watching here on the YouTube. Andre Melball Wrestling Talk, Backbreaker Video. Thank you so very much. What the hell? What do you do? Every goddamn time. I want to thank each and every one of you for all the great support. Thank you so very, very much. Please like the video, subscribe to the channel, comment down below because we want to hear from you. No matter what you think, your opinion matters to us. So please write us there. Write us on our Facebook page, Andre Miller to Talk, whether it's Backbreaker Video, OLE. Just send us a message. We want to hear from you because it doesn't matter. Your opinion matters, and your opinion about our stuff matters to us. So please send us your information. Message us and tell us what you think. We'd really would appreciate it. Also, don't forget to share us out to all your friends, family, and happy little Care Bears that are prancing down the street. And also don't forget to hit that notification bell so you can be alerted every time we drop a new video.
Ding dong.
Well, the Care Bears, they when you see them like running, they're like prancing. They do. It's what Care Bears do.
First of all, if I see something running down the street, I'ma start running too because it's probably running for a damn good reason. Number two, if you're seeing Care Bears skipping down your street, I need whatever it is that you are smoking.
I don't smoke. I eat. Remember?
J. Burrs Murphy. Let's get into it, sir. We had a lot of fun with the show.
Yeah, we're gonna get into it. Like we said, RCW Deadly Games, and I had to make 2 of the graphics. So yeah, get ready for awesome. I made this and the 2 of the other graphics.
Oh, I am excited.
Well, I didn't go with the one I sent you because I got an actual picture of that person, so I didn't go with
Oh,
it. So
good. Oh,
yeah,
okay.
no,
Okay.
I'm not doing that. I would have if the RCW graphics guy couldn't get me a photo, I would have, but he got me a photo. We kick
Hey.
it off. It's Dalton Rogue versus Jack O'Connor. Rogue, beautiful hard palm strike to the jaw. Just that like Shote style palm strike looked really good.
Mm-hmm.
2 John Woo drop kicks or shotgun drop kicks, whatever you want to call them, by Dalton into the corner. Dalton hits a suplex and then like suplexes, rolls over, then jumps up and stomps Jack O'Connor in the chest. It looks
Mm-hmm.
so good.
It was very Driller Maloney-esque to
Mhm.
me.
Yeah. Jack gets this beautiful haluva kick in the corner and follows it with a gut wrench suplex for 2.
Mm-hmm.
Beautiful super kick by Dalton. Then he gets a seated super kick, and then this beautiful running pump kick. It looked really, really good. Jack catches Dalton flying through the air, pulls an armbar, but then Dalton stacks him up for 2. The end of the match comes. Roll through by Dalton, hops up onto the second rope, and hits the, I always like to call it, the Warriors Way stomp, which is the low key stomp off the second for the win. I don't know what is going with this kid, but I don't know what he did in the show, but I'm loving all the extra stomps he's doing now. I
Mm-hmm.
fucking love it.
Yeah, yeah. In this one, I don't know if it was just because he was teamed up with someone like Jack O'Connor, who really obviously excels in his striking with that. Is it
Mhm.
MMA background? Jiu-jitsu? What is he doing?
He's a jiu-jitsu background, yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, you would have to counteract that. It has been really refreshing to see Jack O'Connor kind of thrown into the mix as a more MMA kind of jiu-jitsu guy because he's more that striker. He's more a fighter. And the wrestlers have to kind of work around that. But then with the training that Jack also has with the Top Talent training facility, it just rounds him out so nicely. He's a very entertaining wrestler to see. But then you got Dalton, who's been just really, it seems you're right. He is evolving the way he wrestles and adapting to whoever he needs to in the ring. We've seen this in Top Talent when he's been doing the King of the Triple Threats. Is that what it's called?
Mhm.
Okay. King of the Triple Threats. We've seen him really kind of stepping things up in RCW. I do like the kind of change that goes on in between the two companies where the music kind of changes, the personality changes a little bit, but the wrestling remains consistent.
Mhm.
Um, at RCW, he's kind of like that Elvis-y kind of character, comes out with the blazer. He kind of is a little more suave. The aviators, he does a little bow. I like that he does that. I don't
Mhm.
like the other guy who does the bow, but I like how he does it. It's very, as I said, suave. It's very fun. Yeah, great way to open the show. I had a lot of fun with this one.
Again, I was hoping for a Jack O'Connor win. Don't get me wrong, but it was really,
We will get
really
there
good
one day.
match.
Yes.
We move on to a debut of Saskatchewan Outlaw Storm MacLeod taking on the new King Bright of the Fringe, KB6. Again, it's not an insult. Mel just loves the Fringe.
Do I have a thing for fringe? I don't know what it is. The more fringe, the better. I don't know what it is about it. Royce Isaacs kind of started it for me,
Yeah,
and it's just been a snowball ever since. Yeah,
yeah.
take us into it, man. This was fun.
Yeah, Storm really like antagonizing early on and like messing
Mhm.
with KB6. Won't lock up, won't get into hold. He keeps changing the arms for lockups
Mhm.
and gets in there. And they're going for test string. He ends up kicking KB6 in the knee. He works over the leg. And it's a lot of Storm working the leg. KB6 goes to the top, and when he dives off, he came really down awkwardly on his knee, and it was like,
Yeah.
he ended up going back to the top, hit a flying splash, and he picked up the win. It kind of ended abruptly almost. It was
Mhm.
quite short. He was limping out. I did find out from confidential sources that his knee just locked up on him. He is okay. There's no damage. Just his knee locked up on him. So he was having trouble climbing the ropes for the splash. So.
Oh yeah, when the knee locks up and decides to not do what the knee is supposed to do. Obviously, you can't. I mean, you're not going to stop because you still got to walk and get through it. But I had the same thing when my shoulder dislocated. I still tried to use it. Looked ridiculous, just kind of flippity flopping around, but I still tried. So, just thing to be said about determination. Yeah, I did find the beginning where he was like kind of playing the like hesitant lockup kind of thing. I did find it entertaining for a little bit, but after a while it got a little too much. It took a little bit long to get into, but once they got into it, this was a great traditional kind of power match. Yeah, I've been enjoying KB6 the last couple of shows. Stopped calling him email password as much.
Yeah,
kind of go to
he's the king of he's King Bright of the Fringe now. Come on.
yes, KB Fringe. I love it. Yeah. Hopefully his knee is doing okay. Someone who has knee issues myself, when that stuff like that happens, it does take a few days and a lot of ice to kind of rest up. So hopefully we see him at the show, the next show, not this week, but the next week.
Yeah, I think it's June 15th.
I thought it was the 17th, but I could be wrong.
17th
Days
is a
and numbers
Monday. 17th is a Monday. That's the
yeah,
day you
15th.
leave. That's the day you leave to go away for a week.
Maybe that's why it's standing out in my head.
And I'm Melball-less for a week,
Okay, it's 5 days, not a week. Don't make it longer than it is.
It feels like a week to me. Come on.
I'll be back on the Saturday for the show, obviously.
It's true. It's true.
Can't
Yeah, I
miss my
thought good match.
favorites.
I thought good match, and I thought Storm looked good. When they debut, I'm thinking hot young prospect. No, it's just old guy in pretty good shape. So,
I was gonna say, look at this picture. That's pretty accurate.
And more exciting than a Steve, that's for sure.
Yes.
Yeah.
I would agree.
Yeah.
I would agree. Good match. Good match.
Yeah. Good match. I kind of look to hopefully see more from Storm MacLeod because we didn't get a lot from him. He worked over the knee for a while, and then the dive happened, and then the flying splash for the win. So I want to see what happens. I want to see him do. Oh, let's see a longer match with Storm.
It might not be longer, but what would be a fun match? Him versus Goose. I think it would be fun. I feel like the antagonistic personality of him versus the lovable personality of Goose, it would be a great good versus evil kind of thing. And he does have a tendency to goof a little bit. Goose is very goofy as well. I feel like they could come up with a lot of like entertaining stuff and have kind of like a Yano-esque kind of match. You don't know what you got till it's gone. We haven't had a Yano match in a very long time.
Yeah, Goose is very goosey,
I know, loosey goosey. My noisemaker is downstairs.
Mine's in the other room, but I don't really want to blow it into my microphone, so.
Yeah, that would not be nice.
Andreas. Oh, gotta love that boy. So now we got real graphics from the real RCW graphics here. You got the Zoo World Order of the Canadian Goose, Kyle Shaw, and Wolfboy Will Mantla taking on the new team, or reformed team of Cody, SOI Garcia, and Chris Parrish. Goose getting the best of Soy early. Him and Will hitting a delayed suplex. Will gets 2. Will, he got this Wolfboy's got some chops on him, man.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. They are between Wolfboy and Soyboy, right?
Yeah,
clappers?
They were chopping each other both pretty dang hard.
Yeah, Soyboy's chops, they can be clappy, like loud clappy, but his tend to be a little thudding, which are arguably worse. Makes me cringe more.
Yeah, this is a great spot. Parrish hit this beautiful backbreaker over the knee to Will Mantla, and Soyboy comes up like it's like a springboard leg drop to him while he's across the knee. Looked really good. Goose pulls that whole, I guess, a lariat to Soyboy, who ends up DDTing Parrish. I love that spot when you get the guy hitting his own partner, and uh, 619 into the super kick Blade Runner by Zoo World Order to Parrish, but Will Mantla can only get 2. The end of this match comes. Soyboy hits. That's not the end of the match. Parrish holds Will down. Or no, so it is in the match. Soyboy hits the apron kick and then hits a phenomenal forearm. Soyboy then hits the buckle bomb, tosses Will into a flying knee by Parrish, and they get the win. Parrish holding Will down after the match. Soyboy jumps off the second rope, stomping on Wolfboy's knee. That wasn't cool. And this is where Squig runs into the ring, and gets in Parrish and Soyboy's faces. Gets into an argument with Parrish because Parrish doesn't know when to shut up.
I mean, though, arguably both of them don't.
No, that's very true. Neither man knows when to shut up. Squig makes a match for June 15th. It's Chris Parrish versus Cody Mack, and it's Son of Ours versus a surprise opponent.
Yeah. Surprise!
Just means Squig hasn't figured out who yet.
Which is most likely. This was the match that I particularly came to see. Obviously, I'm very biased towards Soyboy. He's one of my favorites, even if he's a dick. The team of Parrish and Soyboy is pretty solid. The team of Wolfboy and Goose also very, very solid. I really enjoyed the energy of this one. It was very high speed, very fun. Goose is always such a treat to see. I love how charismatic both Wolfboy and Goose are, because they just come in with that positive energy, and Goose just starts moving his hand, and the whole crowd just starts honking. But then we also have, retrospectively, the new team of Parrish and Son of Irish, who are very, very good at antagonizing people now at ringside. So we had that kind of opposite energy of the good and the bad, which ended up being a really, really great chemistry for this match. The bickering afterwards didn't have to happen. Stephen was the ring announcer. You didn't have to come out there and argue with people. And even then, you don't need to argue as long. Just be like, shut the hell up. Let me say my thing. There doesn't need to be a big backstory essay thing to it. Just say the shit and get it done.
I agree.
Otherwise, I really love this match. Obviously, again, this was what I came to see. And it definitely met my expectations.
Yeah. We move on to a match that I think we were both actually really into. And honestly, I took a total of 6 actual match notes. 5 of
the signs are back there.
Sorry, 5 actual match notes. One of just about what Harlon was doing early on, with me, yelling at me. And
you tend to be a little loud.
And only one of the notes is about Harlon doing a move. Everything else is about JJ doing moves. Because I was just really into this match. I was having such a good time with this match. So we had JJ Spade sign. So we were holding him, and there was a gentleman behind us that had the JJ Spade, had the Jack of Spades sign. It was like like a Jack of Spades. It was a jack with like a spade in the middle, and we were holding it up, and it was awesome. Dude, I love JJ Spade. Like, it's almost criminal that he's been kind of held back in the tag matches that he's been in, just getting beat down by Team Steve, because this guy is so good, and it really showed here. Him and Harlon had such a great, and I'm loudly cheering for JJ, and Harlon just focuses it on me, and he'll hit a move like dropping. JJ's like, "What do you think about that?" And I'm like, "I don't like it."
It sucked. Yeah.
Well, I never said it sucked, because none of it sucked. I just I don't like it. Yeah. JJ misses a splash in the corner. This is where Harlon gets hits a kick to the back, then picks him, hits him with that release suplex or the X-plex, if you're nasty. Just a great spot where JJ gets Harlon on the ropes and just starts unloading the chops, just
Mhm.
bang, bang, and he's just unloading like crazy. Look
Mhm,
great.
mhm.
JJ again, beautiful gets a standing moonsault for 2 at one point. Gets a missile drop kick off the top and a stack pin for 2. But JJ goes to the top at the end of the match, misses the moonsault. Harlon picks him up, that double underhook pile driver, and he gets the win. Again, I thought these two, like Harlon, he's just so nasty with a lot of the things he does, like just how he lays in those forearms and those chops and those kicks, and he's just so methodical in how he works the person over. And I thought these two just gelled so well together.
Mhm. I agree. I don't have anything else to really kinda add to that. This was just a good match. Really
Yeah.
great match. A really good opportunity for JJ again, because you'd mentioned he has been kinda unfairly been being beaten down by Team Steve over the last
Mm,
couple of shows, and it's not been enjoyable. This was enjoyable. This was really nice change for him, really nice change of pace, and I
mm,
think that, Harlem put him through a pretty good ringer, but it ended up being great for him because even though JJ lost, he looks phenomenal coming out of this match, and he looks hella strong. I mean, he lasted as long as he did. It's not even that he lost to Harlan. He lasted so
mm.
long, where
It was
others have
good.
just fallen pretty quickly. So
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, and I give it to him, especially in the match the week before at the Kingsway Legion with Colton Kelly. Those two just went out and just beating the
Mhm.
piss at each other. Yeah, it was a kind of a silly finish, but I thought they two just had such an intense match. That dive off the top to onto the table on the floor looked
Mhm.
great. Other than him like
Mhm.
getting a face full of carpet, which wasn't
Other than the
fun.
face problem, yeah.
I thought great match. I thought great match there and great match here. I'd love to
Mhm.
see JJ continue in the singles division for a while and
Mhm.
just give him some time to really evolve and maybe
Mhm.
go after a title. Like I'd like to see him get into the title contention, maybe a Commonwealth title or the one that Mitch has. The I can't remember what his title's called, but yeah.
Love of my life title.
Yeah, JJ can win that. We move
Okay.
we move on to the love of Mel's life, the ultraviolet Mitch Clark, coming out to the Radz music on this show. Yes,
Yeah.
very much like that. Taking on
Mhm.
Big Jesse Youngblood, defending his championship against him. Um, Mitch wearing purple for Melball Day.
Made my life
I don't know if
looks
he did
funny.
it
I did that.
intentionally for Melball Day, but
No, absolutely not.
but I know it made you happy seeing him wear the purple. I
It
know
sure
that.
did. It
Yeah.
sure did. It was the first thing I noticed.
So there was this weird spot where Mitch was going for a headlock and then just like brushes Jesse's hair out of his face and then puts the headlock on.
Yeah.
Oh my god, I laughed so hard when he did that. Oh my god.
Well, we have to see the face, I guess.
Yeah, Jesse gets this huge corner splash at one point, and this beautiful double underhook release suplex looks so good. Mitch hit this beautiful backdrop suplex, follows it up with a suplex at one point. Jesse gets that spinning sidewalk slam.
Mhm.
Mitch gets the Rana for 2, and then hits a very nice dragon suplex to Jesse, and he gets a 2 count out of it. Mitch
Mhm.
trying to choke him with the sleeper, but Jesse fights out, and they do that double down lariat spot where they lariat each other and they both go down.
Mhm.
Um, Jesse stops the, as Mel called it, Spindly Binley, or as it's known, Ludwig Van Driver, and he hits the Olympic Slam for 2. Mitch stops Jesse up top, and he hits him with a power bomb for 2. Follows it up, gets him up on his shoulders. Ludwig Van Driver
Spindly
for
Bindley.
the Ludwig Van Driver for the win.
Spindly Bindley. Rolling
Really good.
Spindly Bindley for your get technical people.
I enjoyed this match. I thought the rolling was the spindly part of the spindly Binley.
Rolling Spindly Bindley. If you watch the original footage, that's what I called it. Rolling
It's true.
Spindly Bindley.
It's
Um,
true.
yeah, this was a very fun match. I mean, obviously, Love of My Life is in it. I expect it to be good, and it was. Um, we always have to mention Jesse's facials. His facial expressions are always so good. Yeah, I don't have a whole ton to add to this. This was just an all-around good, fun match. Love of my life. It's very interesting that he's come out to the Radz music.
Yeah, because
And
I'm just thinking.
Because the Kingsway show, there was that big tag scramble, hoodly boodly what now, where him and Harlan were tagging against their Radz, and he ended up in the Radz corner instead, and he ended up leaving with the Radz where he was helping your trainer Rich King out. So, and did we just witness the fall of whatever? What did they have a team name, or were they just Harlan Abbott and Mitch Clark?
I think there's Harlan, Abbott, and Mitch Clark. And sorry, this match was for the RCW North American Championship.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah. I had a really good time with this one. Obviously.
Obvious.
But it seems like Mitch Clark will be taking his endeavors in a different direction from Harlan. And I think I'm okay with that. It was nice to see them teaming for a little while. I think that Mitch will do well on his own, as will Harlan, depending on which way they go. Sometimes I can't tell if they're a heel or a face or a what. Holiday, who be what now. It's still entertaining.
As long as they're entertaining me, it doesn't really matter to me.
I know it doesn't matter to you, but it matters to me. I like to have not a clear line, but I like to know what to expect a little bit so I know who to cheer for. Because I don't want to be cheering for the wrong person. I don't want to be booing the wrong person.
Well, if it's a clear line, you can't see it.
I can shut up and take us to the next match.
I had to. We move on. Semi-main event of the evening is Real Talk Dean Richtor versus Kat Von Heez in the #1 contenders match for the RCW Canadian Championship. Dean punching her in the jaw.
Is that the one that Ava has? Sorry.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Dean punching her in the jaw off the hop. Then she comes back hitting him with a hard shot to the jaw. Just so good. She starts slamming him onto the apron, beating up Dean all around the ring. She misses the senton. He gets a seated drop kick and gets on top and just starts laying in the mounted punches and forearms till he's literally pulled off of her by the ref. Kat fights off the choke bomb, but Dean gets mounted punches again, keeps beating her up. Kat with this beauty Northern Lights suplex with the bridge for 2. Her bridge is great.
Yeah. Always picture perfect with her.
Yeah, Kat crouches Dean up top and attacks, but he fights her off, knocking her down. He stops the Stratusrana, but Kat gets the bada boom, realest guy in the room toss off the top. Shout out to the big cast there and that little weird dude he used to throw.
The little
twitchy chihuahua. Little twitchy chihuahua that he used to throw around. Bada boom off the top. Into this match comes Ripcord into a pump kick by Dean Richtor, but he tries the KOD, but can't hold her up top, hold her up on his shoulders. He kicks her to the mat, goes up, hits this beautiful Dynamite Kid style headbutt off the top, or Flying Pegasus, whoever you want to credit that flying headbutt to, and Dean Richtor gets the win.
I wasn't expecting that.
No,
I was actually expecting it to be Kat taking on Ava for that. Would be nice. Have a women's match for a non-women's title. Pretty cool. Better than a man holding the women's title. I digress. This match was a lot of fun. I like both of these participants. A big fan of Dean Richtor. His style is very NJPW. I think that's what kind of attracts me to it. And it's been really cool to see him popping up in a couple different areas. We saw him at the LPW show the night before as well. He was in the Scramble match, wasn't he?
Yeah, he was paid to not be in a tag match and go into the Scramble in place of 2 people.
As a 2-for-1, yeah. 2 for. odd little thing there. But yeah, it's always a privilege and pleasure to see Kat. I love watching her wrestle. And I love seeing the crowd's reaction to her. She's so loved and beloved in Alberta. And Dean Richtor is becoming such a good heel. Like,
Mm-hmm.
remember when he first started, like when I first started coming to the RCW shows regularly with you, he was always a great wrestler. He just really didn't have a lot of personality or charisma, really a character. He was just kind of generic muscular guy A. And now he's kind of grown and started giving us this attitude, started beaking at people, started beaking at the production. And you remember that one time he was yelling at the girl doing the spotlight?
Mm-hmm.
Like, we're getting this like attitude out of him that I really, really like, and is taking him in a direction that is very interesting and that I think will be a lot of fun for him in the long run. Yeah. I did they say where the
No.
match is gonna happen?
I'm hoping Edmonton because I'd like to see Ava defend the title up here.
I was gonna say the same, but it has been a hot minute since we've seen Ava. I think the last time we saw her was March here in RCW. We've seen her in Top Talent consistently. Yeah, we've Top
Yeah.
Talent show, but we haven't seen her in an RCW match.
Yeah, it's
I
true.
think since March when she took on Quinn, which was actually a really, really great match too.
That was a great match, actually.
Yeah, very, very solid for their in-ring technicality. So yeah, I also hope that it's happening here. I'm not gonna hold my breath on it though. But yeah, I do hope that we get that one. I don't really know if I've seen Richtor heading down to Calgary too often. So that might be
I'm hoping
something that we can, yeah, would be awesome. Would be awesome. Anyway, enough about this one. This one was great.
Time for the main event of the evening. It is for the RCW International Tag Team titles. Guess what? We got an entire show with no Team Steve wrestling. We get one half of Team Steve announcing. Yet I got there. Oh no. Before that, when I found out Squig was announcing and I walked up and said, "What the hell didn't you just call me, you jerk?" Because I used to announce for the guy. So, but we get the Barri-Kings, Weston King, and the Barricade, managed by the wonderfully awesome Big Swinging Promotions, Gussy Jones, taking on the Radz.
Yes.
T.Y. Jackson and my trainer, Rich King. And my shirts are getting so baggy now. My pants are just getting so loose. I love it. Love the entrance from the Radz because they came. We have our fingers up in the back row. They ran around the back row and touched all our tips.
Yes.
Both of them did. Yeah.
I've touched every tip except for the love of my life.
I've touched every Radz tip.
The conversations we have on this show.
Well, I finally got Mitch at the last CWE show when he came with Savio Vega.
Yeah. This was great.
Man. Gussy kind of like tug of warring with Ben, not wanting to give him the belts before the match.
It's so funny.
Gussy and King are like mocking the Radz. They do a touch tips, but it's with Gussy's broken finger, and he's just like, "Ow!" and he's like shaking. It's so funny. T.Y. Emmett doing the like Weston King point and everything, just trying to antagonize him.
Yeah.
T.Y. flipping around, avoiding Weston King, gets a springboard head scissors for 2. Rich is in at one point, gets a schoolboy roll through into a suplex. He gets that to King. Barricade and King double teaming T.Y. at one point. King playing the definite heel here. Choking T.Y. on the ropes. And Gussy, when King distracts the ref, Gussy's choking T.Y. on the ropes. King misses a big senton. But then King tries to go for a wheelbarrow, but T.Y. reverses into a pin for 2. But then King comes back with this huge lariat, like taking T.Y.'s head off, just sending him corkscrewing around. King and Rich are in at one point, and they're reversing each other, and Rich hits the final cut, but Barricade comes in, breaking the pin. Radz fight off Barricade, but he comes back, hits a double lariat. King hits this huge spine buster to TY, taking him down. But he goes for the spear on TY, but TY dodges out of the way and he spears Barricade by accident. TY hits a super kick. Rich hits an acid drop to King, which is the deadly dog, however you want to call it. And they take out Barricade. TY goes to hit this dive over the top, and he like misses Barricade, and he comes literally crashing down on his head. Now, from a confidential source, TY made a pretty funny comment, said it's scary when you have that happen to you and then you open your eyes and the first thing you see is Squig.
Yeah. I mean, if you think that you died and went to heaven and that's the first person you see, I'd be pretty pissed too. Whew.
I got that from a confidential source.
Sure.
Yeah. In the end, though, while everybody's distracted due to TY's dive there, King gets a low blow to Rich King, hits that full Nelson slam, and the Barri-Kings from Big Swinging Promotions retain the championships.
Didn't Gussy also hop up on the apron to kind of distract?
Yeah, he did.
Bit at that point, yeah.
Yeah, he had jumped up on the apron to distract the ref from everything, and but I didn't write that down, but yeah. I thought really, really great way to cap off a great night of wrestling. And do you know what the best part about this was? This show came in just under 2 hours.
It did feel not as lengthy.
It was about 2 hours. This started about 7:40, 7:45. I was in my car, and we stayed around for a good 15, 20 minutes after the show talking to people. I was in my car already partway to your place at 10:05.
Yeah.
I love it when a show's over in 2 hours.
Yeah, because we were able to order from
Spencer.
We were able to order wings from that restaurant before it closed. Which was perfect.
It was.
They were delicious.
They were.
Yeah, I have a funny. I have one reaction to TY's dive. Sheesh.
He did.
Sheesh.
He did get back up after the match and did the sheesh thing after.
You have to, because you need to let us know you are alive after something like that. Because the crowd was absolutely electric. They were on fire for this match. And then that happened. And it was just like, oh. Now our concern was TY and his crumpled body.
And then after the match, Rich did get on the mic saying they do want another shot at the titles. So hopefully, maybe that's the June 15th show. We're going to get run this match back. Let's go.
I loved, by the way, because with the whole Squid getting on the mic with Parrish and Soy Boy before, it was a lot. It was much. It was too much banter. Because in that night, you weren't Steven Styles, the wrestler, getting in people's faces. Your job was to be the guy, the boss, right? So kind of act like it. When Rich had him approach the ring, he was just like, yes or no? What is the answer? When is the show? When is this? Like, it was really nice because he didn't let attention be taken away from the people that there was supposed to be the attention on. Does that make sense?
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah, I liked it. What way to cap off the show. I mean, again, very worried when TY did his dive, but otherwise, this reignited the crowd. We were super, super stoked with this one. And it's always such a privilege to see the Barri-Kings now that they got gold on them, baby.
The golden Barri-Kings.
Yeah.
And then from my confidential source, I did find out TY was a bit winded after the match, but he is okay. Yeah.
Thank goodness. Because goddamn, that was whenever somebody does a dive, I get very scared. But I do typically have the trust in the people to catch. Because it's not hard. If you can catch a ball, you can catch a TY.
If you can dodge a wrench, you can dodge a ball.
Well, don't dodge the TY. You're supposed to catch him.
If you can catch a wrench, you can catch a TY.
There you go. Oh, Lord have mercy.
Oh,
This
Jesus.
was a great show. This was so fun.
Yeah,
I had
a lot of fun at this one. The night before was really long, and then I had a longer day. Again, that was a very long day for me, working from 8 in the morning and then going to LPW the night before. But this one, I went to work at 9 a.m., got off at 1, got a workout in, and then went to this, and we had a really good afternoon and evening. We had a great time, and I just the whole day throughout my entirety of my Melball day was great. But this show was just such a good cherry on top of everything.
I agree. I had a very good Melball day. It was a lot of fun.
Melball Day 2024. I'm looking forward to Melball Day 2025.
I mean, this was a milestone one, though, right? Yeah, I'm getting old.
Nah,
we had a celebration.
Yeah, you turned 21 today. You turned 21. Yeah.
29 again. 29 again.
No. What's your face said you were 21?
Sure.
Michelle said you were 21. Michelle said you were 21.
But Michelle wouldn't lie.
No, Michelle would never lie. Come on.
Never.
She leaves all the lying to Squig. Come on.
Be Michelle. Oh, what a good time. What a good time.
Very much so. But we have come to the end of another episode of Chop Talk. We want to thank each and every one of you for joining us here. You can find me on the X at That Canada Guy, TikTok, Instagram, and Threads at That Canada Dude. You can find me on Facebook at Andre Melball Talk. Please go over to Facebook, leave us some feedback, have a chat with us. We want to talk to you, so go over there. Just like the page. And join the page, and we can just chat. Give us your opinions on Japanese wrestling, local independent wrestling scene, any other wrestling you want to talk about. I'll get in there and chat with you about AEW or WWE. I'll come in and chat. MLW, if you want to talk MLW, I'm down to talk MLW on the page. So come on and leave us some feedback over there. We'd love to hear it. And for our Japanese wrestler, all of our Japanese coverage, Mari Gold, Stardom in New Japan. Go to SundaysMainEvent.com. We have our Best of Super Junior show just went up on there. The last Best of Super Juniors we did here, it's up there, audio form. Check that out, SundaysMainEvent.com. And if you want to support, hit the RSS feed. If you want to support them, and this, I'm just going off of their podcast. Go to Chop Tees. Go to Chop Tees on the website. A Canadian-based merch site. Go check them out. All their stuff, post wrestling, everything's there. Go to SNME and support them. Get a T-shirt if you want to support them. So check that out. And they have Patreon, patreon.com/SNME Radio. You can also find me over on twitch.tv/our local establishment, or on YouTube at youtube.com/our local establishment. This coming Wednesday, June 12th, myself, Old Ed, and we'll be joined by our special guest, Lauren Goodnight, to talk Captain America and the Winter Soldier, arguably the best Marvel movie ever made. So check us out.
You got a good guest on there, Lauren Goodnight. I love her. She's so opinionated. She's going to tell you exactly what she thinks. I love it.
I'm down. That one's going to be a long show because we're just going to be loving all over this movie. Thor the Dark World was a short show for us. This one's going to be a long show for us. So
look forward to it, people.
I'm going to try to keep, I want to try to keep to 2 hours, but you never know.
Looks like our own, where we try to keep it under an hour, but we never do.
Yeah, so check it out at 8 p.m. Mountain Standard Time, 10 p.m. Eastern over there on OLE. One more shout out to our boy Mike the Ref over at Backbreaker Video for simulcasting all of our stuff and all of Astro Pizarro stuff. Thank you so much, sir. Go to youtube.com/@BackbreakerVideo to watch all that and all Mike's other wrestling content. If you want to see him do AEW watch-alongs, go to twitch.tv/Mike the Ref every Wednesday, Saturday, and pay-per-view Sunday. And check him out the rest of the week, playing video games almost pretty much every single day of the week, before and after wrestling, just every other day. Check him out over there, twitch.tv/MikeTheRef. And you want replays of the gaming time, go to youtube.com/@Backbreaker_gaming, where you can find stuff from him, Mr. PJC, Mr. Rick Jules, that guy right there, and their frequent guest,
Kayla J. Kayla J. Kayla J. Kayla J. We love Kayla J here.
Yes, we do. Melball, where can they find you?
If you're wanting to follow a Melball, you can follow her on the X thing at Collins Melball. You can follow her on everything else: Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, Mastodon, and Blue Sky at Melball Collins. You can also find me on our local establishment with this guy every Friday for the Japanese wrestling update at 8 p.m. Mountain Time. Unless it's not. And then we will let you know. This Friday will be a pre-recorded episode because we will be attending the Top Talent Show, where we're going to see a micro man in a ladder match.
Along with a broski.
The broski makes sense. The broski makes sense, but we are in for a good time. Anyway, so that will be a pre-recorded episode. Stay tuned to see when that comes out. You can also find me on Astro Bizarre's YouTube channel, where we do our show, Ladies Wrestling Showcase. That episode is coming out on Friday. We recorded another episode. I'm so excited. We are getting regularly better at recording these things and getting news together for you guys. So stay tuned to Asteroid's socials. She'll let you know when that episode is coming out. If you're wanting to attend an RCW show, you can check out their Facebook page, where you can get a link to their Eventbrite to purchase tickets. You can also get into the know-so with any of the local wrestlers so that they can get you some tickets, have them at the door for you so that you can pay a little less. Helps the wrestlers look a little bit better. It helps everybody all around.
And you save the ticket fees.
Yeah, that too. Yeah. I'd rather just pay $20 than 25 or 27. Oh yeah, you can also go to Top Talent Wrestling if you want to know how to be a wrestler, manager, I think a referee. They train them there. Go to their websites, check out what they have to offer. Maybe you can even get down there, get a tour, meet some of the wrestlers, see what they have to offer. Andre, my trusted friend and colleague, do you have anything else to say to the beautiful people?
Again, just want to thank you for all the great support you've given us. The channel keeps growing. We're on our way to 200 subscribers. So please, if you can, share us out, tell your friends and family. We're slowly building up. We're slowly getting people. We really do appreciate it. We're really happy. OLE hit 500 this past weekend when I was on with Bobby. So please help us get to 200. We would really appreciate it. We just want to keep growing and keep showing everybody what the professional wrestling that we love. Please like the video, subscribe to the channel, comment down below, share us out to your friends, family, and strange little gremlins who happen to climb trees but don't come into your house.
Ding dong.
Oh, and don't forget the notification bell.
Ding dong.
I said they're not coming in the house.
Yeah, but there's like a tree directly outside my bedroom window. Now I gotta be worried about them.
But they're not coming in the house.
Somebody tap on my window. Now you've antagonized them. God damn it. That being said, I am your Melball. Over there is the gremlin summoner Andre. We will see you next time. Mwah.